Hi Mary, hi Brandy. Sorry, my camera, my camera was not turning on. Anyway, this will probably not be a long stream. I just wanted to pop on and do the craft live this week. It's easier for me this week than recording, so we'll just go with that. If you are watching back, I am doing this live, so I will be talking to people in and out as they pop in and such. So just a heads up. I'm probably going to make a few of these, but I will make the two sizes at the beginning so that for the people who are just watching for the tutorial part of it, they can just watch the two sizes and then don't have to watch the rest of me making extras. But I need to make a few of these, so I was going to just do a couple, 2 or 3 or whatever, while I was live. But like I said, I will do both sizes at the beginning so that, you know, for those who don't want to watch the whole video can bounce off. So I'm getting error messages. I hope it's everything's good. Who knows? We shall see. Neighbors mowing if you hear that. So there's that. So yeah. Hey Rain. Hey Tanya. So we are going to make these little two sizes of this, but this is a little 2-pocket mini, and this one is made out of just one piece of double-sided 12 by 12. So if you have those double-sided 12 by 12 pieces of paper and you don't know what to do with them, this is a great option. It does hold wallet-size photos, so you can put you some. This is a senior picture of mine, but not me, but my child. So if you want to get this, put some pictures of your kids in there or whatever, send it off to grandma. She can throw it in her purse, and it's a great little pocket. I saw that Donna had done this. I don't even know how long ago, but she did a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and I'm doing I'm just doing different sizes. So but yeah, she did a 12 by 12, and I can do a 12 by 12 too. I'll try to remember to link her. I forget. And I don't even remember how long it was ago. I made this. I mean, these have been made forever and ever. So anyway, so cute little idea. Give it to grandma with your kids, senior pictures in it, whatever. And we'll go from there. All right. So for this, you only need one piece. For this size, you only need one piece that is 12 by 12, and I'm going to use this double-sided. I'm going to use this page for that one, and I'm also going to show you two different. If you don't want to glue them together back to back, I'll show you a little hinge system that you can do, and it'll give you more space. So anyway, so yeah, so first we're going to take this and we're going to make sure that we cut it at. Make sure that it is a 12 by 12 piece of paper. Cut this little. My trimmer is like not being very nice to me today. So if I throw things, I apologize. So we're just going to make sure that this is a 12 by 12 piece of paper. It seems it is. So then we're going to cut it at 6 in half at 6. And then we're going to cut it again in half at 6. So what you're going to have is 4 pieces that are 6 by 6. Okay. So hi Kenny. So yeah, 4 pieces that are 6 by 6. So we're going to put our trimmer out of the way, bring in our scoreboard, and this is directional, so you have to be aware if you're going to do directional paper. I really should clean my scoreboard. Maybe I'll do that today. It's gonna fold like this, okay? So you need to be aware of how you're going to score. So, hi Angela. So score at 3. You're going to score in half, okay? Then you're going to rotate it we're going to rotate it this way and score at 2. Okay, so 3, rotate, and 2. Okay, on these you're going to turn them over on the opposite side. 3 and 2. 3 and 2. Now you will have some words that are upside down, and that is perfectly okay, people. It's okay. Alright, so now we're going to take our pieces, and we're going to see this is going to be upside down. Don't freak out. It's alright. It is okay. If that freaks you out, then you need to not use paper that has words on it. Okay? So you're just going to fold all that like that. Okay? So like that. And then what I do is I close it up, and you're going to take, because essentially you're making a folder. Okay? So you're going to take your scissors, and you're just going to go down here, and you're going to cut up to that score line. Okay? And when you open it up, you have essentially a folder. Okay? So let's do that again with all of them. You're going to have, whoa, you're going to have flying scissors everywhere. Try to get it as even. I need a new blade, but I really like how my blade looks. So do that, and then we're going to close it up again. And on the folded side, that's where you're going to cut. Okay. Go all the way. Make sure that you get that last little bit. Okay. So then you're going to have that one. Now on these, we're going to do opposite. Okay. You're going to have 2 one way and 2 the other way. Okay, try to make sure that you get it straight though in the thing. Yeah, and I want to show you how to make a bigger size too. But these are great for, like, you know, those wallet size school photos. And then you can just throw them in your purse. So yeah, the light is fixing to go a little bit because the sun is going behind a cloud. So if my light changes a little bit, I'm sorry. So remember, always cut on the folded side. I'm just telling you from experience. Telling you from experience, people. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. It's a, now if you wanted to, you could like open it up, trim it like this. I just find it easier to do it the other way. Okay? So this is what you have. You have 2 like this, and then 2 like this. Okay? So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your glue, wet glue because it's pockets, and you can do 1 or 2 things here. I'm just going to glue, I'm going to make it like, you know, those folders you buy and they're open here. I'm just going to glue the outside. Now you can glue both if you'd like, you can punch if you'd like, you can do, you know, whatever you like, but I'm just going to glue the one side on each side to make it, you know, like those folders that you get. Okay. And it's going to squish out glue, and I should have my mat here, but alas, I do not, so that is okay. And then over here on this side, you push it up like that. I think this is really cute paper, and I think this is the only piece I have. This is a great way to use like those individual sheets that you have that are double-sided. And so yeah, there you go. I'm not going to pull too hard because I'm going to let that glue dry. You're just going to do that with all of them. Okay. I'm gonna have to clean my desk. Oh well. So there's 2, and then we have 2 more. Like I said, I'm going to show you how to do it. This, of course, is great because it just uses one piece of paper. One piece. The other one uses 2 pieces, which is still not bad, I don't think. Yeah, crafts aren't for everyone. There's a lot of things that I, really can't do, but I love watching people do them. Every time I see a hedgehog, I think of Buzz. So there's that. So then you have glue everywhere. That's what you have. So then you have 2 that are this way and 2 that are this way. Now we're going to put them together. Of course, I want this to be my cover. I want this to be my cover. So I will go like this, this, and this. Now, yeah. So that's how we'll put them together. This, this, and this. Okay. Now, you can do this one or 2 ways. You can glue it, or you can tape it, whichever you prefer. I'm just going to glue it because I have tape here too, but I'm just going to glue it. If you glue it, it gives you a little more wiggle room to get it situated. And I line up to the edge. Okay, and then I stick it down. Put it on the table if that helps. And then we stick it down. Hey, Oreo! And then stick it down like that, okay? Then we're going to take and continue doing that for all 4 of them. Like I said, this is a pretty simple. Of course, I don't really do hard things when it comes to crafting, because why do hard things? You can do simple things. And I always just take my bone folder and go in here and glue it, make sure that it's all stuck down, everything is good. Okay, then we have one more. Now the thing about this is it's paper, it's not gonna be totally straight, and I like that. This is one thing that really doesn't bother me, and that is for homemade paper crafts not to be totally straight. It doesn't bother me. It's strange that it doesn't bother me, but it doesn't. And I think it gives it more of a homemade feel if it's not so perfect. Hi, Connie. So yeah, so you just have, and then you open it up and you have this cute little mini album that you can take your pictures. The wallet size pictures fit in there perfect. You take your pictures, you can decorate it if you want to decorate it. If you're going to put it in a purse, I would say leave it flat. But you could put, something here, stamp something if you got, if you're plain paper or whatever. So that's the one where you use just one 12 by 12. Now, for the next one, we're going to use 2 pieces of 12 by 12. Let me close this up. Glue dries out. And for those, you're going to do 8 by 8s. Okay. So for these, we're doing 8 by 8. Okay. So 8 by 8. Hold on to your scraps. I'm going to show you how to do a hinge. with this one instead of gluing them if you don't want to glue them, so you can have more space if you would like. So 8 by 8. So bring your scoreboard back in, and we are going to score these in half at 4. Okay. And then we're going to rotate it. Okay. And I think for this one, we're going to do 3. Let's do, because I don't want it in directly in half, so we will do, we'll do 3 on this one. Okay. So you can make these however you want, but on this one, I think I'm going to do it 4. And 3. Now, this gives you a 2 if you want 4 like the last time. Then you use 2 more pieces. And I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and do a 4 one instead of a 2, just because I'm going to do the different hinge. Hang on one second. Let's see if I can find me. Now, if you want, if you just want to glue them or whatever, you can just use the 2. But since I'm going to show you the hinge, I'm going to go ahead and do a, I'm going to go ahead and do 2 more. So it'll be 4 pieces instead of 2. So let's cut this one at 8 by 8. Yeah, should. They should fit in there just fine. So 8 by 8. So we're gonna do a 3. We're going to do a 3 pieces for this one instead of just the 2. So then we're going to score at 4, score in half at 4, and then rotate and score at 3. And I can't see my scores. Okay. You can add as many pieces as you want. That's totally up to you. Okay. So we're going to score up and over. Okay. Up and over. And then I'm going to take this and, like I said, the bigger ones, you can fit bigger things in there. Okay, so this is going to be like this. And then we've got this. And this. Remember, I fold it like this, and make sure that you cut on the folded side. And make sure that you cut all the way up the folded side. So then you have that one. And I'm just going to do it the same way as that last one, because this will be our cover. Hey, purple. Okay, so take our scissors, cut up. All right, so this is just going to be a 3-page one, like I said. And also, if you just want to do this, just do one, stick it in your journal, you can do that. And you can do anything you want here. Like you could make this shorter, make this 2 instead of 3, whatever you wanted to do. Okay. So we're going to have 3 this time. And since we only have 3, I'm going to do a different hinge. So we need to take our glue, and I'm just going to glue the one side. On each of them. But you can work this however you want. Score it however you want. Depending on how much of a pocket you want. Okay, so there's that one. And this paper is thicker than that other paper. Whoa. I'm throwing everything. Everything. And one more. And I'll do the hinge. So you cap your scraps, or you can do solid hinges, whatever you prefer. I tell you what, me and this glue today. All right. So you have this, right? And I'm going to show you a different hinge. So we will take these. We'll take this and do a hinge. So what you need to do is you need to measure to see what size this is. So this is right about 5. Okay. So we need 2 hinges. Cut this at 5. Okay. And let's do 1 inch. Do 1 inch hinges. Okay. So we're going to need one for there. And we're going to need one for the other one. So we need 2 hinges for this one. How many ever pages you have, that's the hinges you need. Okay. Now you can do one or two things. You can either fold them yourselves or put them in the scoreboard. And since they're 1 inch, we're going to do them in half. Hi, Wilson. We're going to do them in half. So that will be a 1/2 inch. Okay. And we're going to fold them over. We're going to fold them over like so. Okay, I angle mine, so you can angle yours if you want. You don't have to. Like I said, don't have to be perfect. All is good. All is good. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it right here. For this, I'm going to use tape. Let's see. So we're going to stick this on. We're going to stick one here, and we're going to have a hinge. So it's going to go like that. Okay. So take your tape. You don't have to. I angled too much. I didn't cut it long enough. It's okay. Just make sure that you measure your paper and you will be fine. Everything will be fine. Yep. Now we want to make sure that we're doing what we want to do. So we're going to take this off and we're going to line that up with the edge the best that you can and stick it down. Okay, then we're going to take this one off. Oh, goodness gracious. Gravy boat's alive. We're going to take this one off. Then we're going to take this one and we're going to hold it up and look at it. Try to line it up the best that you can and stick her down. So then you have this and you don't lose this page. Okay? Then we're going to do it again. I fold it both ways so that it breaks that fiber. And I'm going to show you what it is not to when you don't angle it. And then you can decide which you want to do. Which you prefer. Get over here, line it up the best that you can. These are great, easy hinges. Like I said, whatever project you're working on, just measure it. You can do this. You can. We're going to take this one, make sure that it's opening the right way. Line it up the best that you can. Stick it down. And there you go. There's you another option. And you don't lose any of the paper. So there's you one that's 8 by 8. It took 3 pieces. You could just do 2, and if you want to put them in a journal or whatever, you could do that. And then here, if you want, you can take something else, like a different something and make a pocket. You could put a pocket in here, where there's no pockets, you can put pockets, all that jazz. So there are the 2 sizes. Now, you can also do one 12 by 12 if you want a big one. Let's make sure this is my 12 by 12 piece, and I'll show you how to just make the folder part of this one. So, it's 12 by 12. So what you're going to do is you're going to score at 6 and then rotate and score at, let's see, 4, 4. Let's do 4. Because like I said, you can do them any way you want. And you could make like a whole little journal if you would, fold that correctly to begin with. You wouldn't have this problem right here that we're having right now. But it's paper. You can make it do what you want. You could make you a whole little journal just out of these if you had a bunch of paper. All right. So same principle. Fold it up. And stick her down. That one exactly even, but you know me and even, we don't get along. Oh, me. I would recommend that you stick with square pages, even numbers. Hi, Karen. So there you go. And then you have a big one using a 12 by 12. You could do a bunch of these and make you a little journal out of them. So yeah, there's that. So there's 3 sizes that you can do. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any comments? Any of that? Throw some of this junk away. They are like I said, these would just one of these would look great like in a junk journal. Like not even the whole thing, just one of them. I got paper for days. So yeah. Anything else? Anything else you would like to see about these? Or is everybody good? Everybody good? Yep, that's exactly right. It's paper. You can make it do what you want. When it comes to folding, Wilson, when it comes to folding. Oh, me. Oh. All right, well. I guess if you have no questions, I can skedaddle. So yeah, there you go. There's you 3 different sizes, and you can make more sizes than that. I do recommend that they be, a square, even size. But do what you want. Yeah, I like this. I like the paper too. So yeah, I may come back later and play with my embossing machine, but I'm not sure. So yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me. This little crafty adventure today. Okay, No questions, no comments. Then I'm gonna skedaddle. Thanks for hanging out. If you need, what is this? Glue everywhere. I got glue everywhere. I got glue everywhere, people. Alright. Well, if you need me, you know where you can find me. Thanks for hanging out, guys. And I will see you next time, okay? Be kind to one another, make someone smile, and bye.